Hey everybody, this is Perry with Premier Marishine in Western New York. This is going to be my kickoff to 2025. I'm planning on doing a lot more social media video type of stuff, starting YouTube channel for both myself and Holy Grail, and just doing a lot more content creation type of stuff. So bear with me while I try to figure all this out. But for today, I wanted to do like a little unboxing type of video. So backstory, a lot of you who have followed me for a number of years now know that I swear by Menzerna. I use it all the time. It's my go-to product. I'm pretty sure I've been using them for close to a decade. Not 100% sure though. But there's another brand that just came out. A friend of mine in Illinois, Steve Madej, is a rep for them, I guess you could say. He swears by these products. He uses them all the time in his day-to-day operations. They are a German brand like Menzerna. The color system is actually very similar to Menzerna as well, with red being heavy cut, yellow being polish, and green being like a super finish type of deal. They have their compounds, they have their own pads. Everything is color coded, so it's easy to work with. And he sent me out a sample kit to try everything out, see what I think, and kind of give him an honest opinion and other people an honest opinion of what I think of them versus Menzerna. So normally on his website, which I will tell you the name of the company here in just a second, but normally on his website, Steve's website, he sells a sample kit, which is a set of pads and the all-in-one product, which is called One. So you could purchase that. I worked with Steve on getting a complete sample kit because if I'm going to try a product line, I would like to try everything in the product line. So I got a 250 ml bottle of everything, I believe. I haven't opened the box yet, so I don't know. But I believe it's a 250 ml bottle of each of the polishes, and then a 5 and a 3-inch pad of each of the different types of pads that they offer. So without going any further with mindless rambling, Steve's business is called The Final Details. Right on the side of the box there. Haven't opened it yet. Looking forward to opening it. But that is Steve Madej. He will actually be at the MTE event down in Florida, I believe is where that is. He will be at the Zvizzer booth. So that is the name of the product line that I'm going to be opening up here. So, like I said, Zvizzer is a German company, and so far, the way everything is kind of lining up is kind of making me think that it's going to work for me similar to the Menzerna stuff, which I'm kind of excited about. And at the same time, I'm a little bit scared about because I've loved Menzerna for so long that I don't want to switch to anything else. But right off the bat, stickers, love them. They go on all my toolboxes. As anybody who's ever come to me for training knows, all my toolboxes are decked out with other colleagues, decals and everything else. So if anybody wants their decals on my toolboxes and stuff, I will send you my mailing address. You can send me all the decals that you want. And then also in the top of the box is a very cool monogrammed towel that is extremely soft, but I don't think that I'll be using this for paint correction. That area right in there is just a little bit rough. So this may hang in my office on my desk or something, but that is very, very sweet. Very awesome towel. So getting past the packing. So the first thing in the top is going to be, and you're gonna have to excuse me while I do this because I will be checking my notes. I jotted down some notes of some things before I started this so that I could kind of keep everything straight. It is a new product line for me. It's fairly new to the market to begin with, so I don't want to mislead anybody. But the first bag is the green and the yellow. As you can see, they're flat pads with a vent hole. So these are going to be the polish, and they call it an ultra cut. Zvizzer does, but this is going to be like your super finish, so kind of like Menzerna 3800 right here. This one is going to be similar to your Menzerna 2500, those ones. So that's going to be like a polish. I think they call it a finishing fine polish, fine cut, and then your ultra cut. And then the next one is going to be the cutting pads. So there's blue, what somebody decided to call red, that actually looks like pink to me, and orange. So blue is going to be your super cut. Very, very heavy. That's a very dense foam. There's not very much give to it at all. Red is going to be a touch softer. That's going to be heavy cut. And then the orange is going to be similar to like just about every other orange pad that's out there on the market. It's pretty much classified as a medium cut, cut polish pad, essentially, depending on what product you use with it. So that gives you a lot of different options just in foam. So there's the whole line from most aggressive to least aggressive right there. So that's just foam pads. I did ask him for the 3-inch versions as well, which are in here. I do a lot of 3-inch polishing on fenders and cutting in tight body lines and stuff like that. So I really wanted to try the 3-inch pads and see how they stack up against the Lake Country pads that I typically use, and like SPTA pads, stuff like that. The stuff that I burn out on motorcycles, basically. I wanted to see how these stack up against them. So just a little extra tidbit is that these pads are a thermofoam, I believe. I also believe it's the only brand that has this kind of technology or produces this kind of technology. I think that they produce the Lake Country Blue HDO pads with the thermo for Lake Country, but their whole line is designed this way. So essentially the pads are going to be a lot more heat resistant. They're not, what you're going to notice is the foam shouldn't break down as much, and that's going to be something that I'm going to experiment with as I kind of go through this little Zvizzer mini series that I'm going to do. We're going to test it out on some things, kind of put it through its paces. I'm going to do side-to-side comparisons with Zvizzer and their line and Lake Country with the Menzerna line, and kind of see how everything compares. And then we'll also test the durability of the pads. I was told that these pads do not clean out the same way. You can use a little bit of rinseless, I guess, and like blowgun type of thing. You do not, I was told specifically, you do not want to use these 3 in a pad washer because it will break the foam down. Just the aggressiveness of a foam pad washer will kind of tear them up a little bit. So I won't be doing that with them. But yeah, I'm kind of psyched to try those out. The 3 pads that I do not have that are also in the line are the regular microfiber, which look very similar to the Lake Country one-step microfiber where it has like an orange interface. Then they have a wool pad with a foam interface, and then they have a hybrid, which is a combination of wool and microfiber. So the microfiber is specifically for the DA, the wool is supposedly specifically for the rotary, and then the hybrid, I believe, is also a DA pad, but it's gonna give you a little bit more cut because of the wool aspect of things. It's gonna give you some more cut on the DA than just using a straight microfiber. So those are the options for that. I don't see those pads in here, so I can't show you. But we will cut into these and I'll show you the bottles. And then as I go along in the videos and stuff, when I start actually being able to play with all of these, I will show you how, how the polishes work and everything. There's a different kind of way that you use these polishes that minimizes the overuse, which a lot of detailers struggle with, especially new people to the paint correction scene, struggle a lot with overusing product. So basically, just like your pads, right? You got blue, red, and orange. So blue PC is your pre-cut. That's your super cut. And then we've got heavy cut right there, which I had it written down. So the super cut will remove 1,000 grit scratches, sanding scratches, probably when you pair with not only the blue pad, but if you use the wool pad with the rotary, that'll be 1,000 grit. This is 1,500 grit scratches. Red pad, you could probably use this with the wool pad, you could use it with the microfiber. So this one has a little bit more options, but that's your heavy cut. The medium cut for the orange is going to remove 3,000 grit scratches. So this one you could pair with probably the microfiber. You can run it on the orange foam. I'm going to play around a lot with this one. I have a feeling that this one is going to be very similar to Menzerna 400. So I'm looking forward to playing with this. And then the next bag is going to be your fine cut and your ultra cut. So these are going to be, this one is going to be more for hologram removal, kind of like I use the 2400. I'll use 2400 on an orange pad typically, and that'll knock out any of my holograms from my heavy cut with Menzerna. So that is what I'm going to use this one as probably. And then the ultra cut is going to be your super finish. So this is going to be a jeweling, very high gloss. You're gonna probably bring out a lot of metallic properties in your paint. Deep paint work would be finished with this, so I'm looking forward to that also. And then this one I'm actually going to be using tomorrow, and I'm excited for, and this is 1. So this, you can tell actually by the color on the letters, this is a heavy cut, medium polish, and your protectant super finish all in one product. And it's literally everything that you need for doing a basic one-step. It also has protection in it that is good for 6 to 12 months, which is better than anything really that I've played with from Rupes and 3D. This, we'll see. We're gonna test it. I'm gonna get a junk panel and we're gonna stress test it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one does, but I am going to be using it tomorrow on a winter prep detail that I have coming in. So that'll also give me a pretty good idea on how this one does. So that is the unboxing for my first Zvizzer package. This is going to be the first video for my 2025 campaign, I guess. So we're gonna see how everything goes, and I'm gonna be posting more videos as I test things and play with stuff. It's not gonna be very consistent right off the bat, but hopefully you guys can deal with that, and forgive me for the little mess ups that are probably gonna happen.